go.
Good evening, Spartan fans, and welcome to beautiful Johnny Ambeau Park for tonight's matchup between the Destrehan Wildcats and your East Ascension Spartans. This is Scott Skip Creel alongside Preston Landry, coming to you live from the Dennis Bergeron press box. EA is coming into tonight's matchup with a record of 4-7. Destrehan has a record of 8-4. Your Spartans are headed into this game after a defeat by Dunham earlier today in Game 1. Destrehan looking to rebound after losing to Dunham 5-1 in the game right before this one. Both teams are looking to bounce back after a rough Game 1 today. Tonight's matchup will conclude the annual J. Patterson Shootout tournament. The J. Patterson Shootout tournament is an annual event that is spearheaded by East Ascension Baseball and is always a great turnout of teams and fans. This tournament is also hosted by our local neighboring high schools and gives teams from all over the state the opportunity to travel down south to beautiful Ascension Parish and view our outstanding facilities. Spartans will be looking to rebound, get things going offensively, and we are getting ready to announce the starting lineups and do the national anthem. So we will let Coach Brownfield do his thing, and then we'll be right back with you.
And down to third baseline, your EA Spartans. Starting lineups first for the visiting Fighting Wildcats. Leading off at second base, number 3, Landon Dugas. Batting second, the catcher, number 6, Chase Meir. Batting third, the DH, number 24, Chase Marcotte. He's hitting for the first baseman, number 22, Larry Rodriguez. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 4, Josh Muller. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 99, Derek Lucas. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 17, Champ White. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 11, Dylan Smith. Batting eighth, the pitcher, number 8, Brady Carter. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 13, Cam Hollis. And now the starting lineup for your EA Spartans. Leading off in center, number 3, Peyton Morrow. Batting second at second base, number 17, Hudson Browning. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 32, Carson Lacombe. He's hitting for the pitcher, number 1, Dylan Powers. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 7, Ethan Dill. Batting fifth, at first base, number 11, Ethan Blanchard. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 2, Lucas Cook. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 9, Camden Snowden. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 30, Brody Brooks. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 12, Jackson LeBlanc. Spartans are coached by head coach Alex Remion and assistants Corey Smith, Scott Gautreaux, and Landon Lalonde. At this time, we'd like to ask you to please rise or remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Anytime conditions clear, 74 degrees. Winds out to south-southeast at 5.
All right, so here we go for the final game of the J. Patterson Shootout. It'll be between, again, your East Ascension Spartans and the Destrehan Wildcats. Both of them coming into tonight's action as the second game on the evening. Preston, little rough start for the Spartans and the Wildcats today, so both of them will be trying to bounce back right here and get a win in the column.
Yeah, both had a really tough game.
Let's see here. Try it now?
Got me?
Nope. Now? Nope.
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, there we go.
There we go,
Got
there
you
we
now.
go. Yeah, they both had a hard-fought game this afternoon. Kind of tried to come back late, and both teams came up short. So we'll see who can carry that late momentum in the earlier game, over to this one.
Correct. Start the lineups for you here. In case anybody missed it, starting center fielder, defensive lineup. Starting center fielder and leadoff will be Peyton Morrow. Second baseman, and 2-hole hitter Hudson Browning. DH, 3-hole hitter will be Carson Lacombe. Cleanup hitter will be right fielder Ethan Deal. First baseman Ethan Blanchard will bat in the 5-hole. Lucas Cook will play shortstop. Camden Snowden in left field. Brody Brooks gets a start behind the plate tonight. Jackson LeBlanc will start at third base. And on the mound, number 1, Dylan Powers, who had a great game defensively in center field for us in game 1. Was just looking at see how the Lady Spartans did today, and man, they had a day. They ended up going 2-0 on the day, beat Opelousas Catholic 15-1. Caden Touye led the offense for them today, going 3 for 4 with 3 home runs in that game. And then they beat Kaplan in the second game, 8-3. Caden Touye with another home run in that game. Mackenzie Creel with a home run, and also Savannah Baker. So 6 home runs on the day by the Lady Spartans. So good day for them.
Yep, good thing to get the offense going before they start district play.
That's correct. So the leadoff will be Landon Dugas, the pitcher. Landon Dugas, the second baseman for Destrehan, number 3.
A little pitcher-catcher communication malfunction to start off.
Yeah, it looks like the pitch come unplugged behind him, so it's hard to plug something in behind your back. So Coach Gotro goes out there, gives him a hand, and helps him out. Coach Gotro's probably thinking, man, we got to make sure we got this communication on. We miss enough pitches when we can hear each other.
Yeah, we'll see how good it works.
Yep. So here we go. Looks like we're ready for some action here, and Landon Dugas will step in. Powers rocks and fires the first pitch of the game. Squares around the bunt, bunts it foul right back to the screen for strike 1.
Yep, I think it'll be important this evening for Powers to throw strikes, get ahead early in our counts, and be able to keep them guessing.
Absolutely. Just pitch to contact. All Coach Gotro and Coach Grimion's looking for is just be around the zone, create some contact, and force them to earn their runs instead of having unearned runs. So curveball misses for a ball for the first ball of the bat, and swinging a miss on a fastball. Bring up a 1-2 count.
Yeah, I think what we try to work on is when the big inning starts to happen is keep those 2-run innings while we're in the field to try to keep it from becoming a 6-run inning.
Correct. And pitch down and away. Gets away from Brooks a little bit, but he did swing and make an attempt at it, so umpire calls him out as he makes an attempt to go back towards the dugout. So Powers picks up the strikeout for the first
Batting the catcher, number 6,
out of the
Chase
inning.
Meir.
That'll bring up number 6, Chase Meir, the catcher for Destrehan. Powers. Fastball just misses outside.
Yep, very good start for the Spartans.
Yep, that's a good start. Absolutely. Anytime you can get a strikeout, lead the game right there, and curveball drops in there for a strike, brings the count even at 1-1. So Hudson getting an unexpected start at second base over there tonight. Ooh, nice looking spot right there. Umpire says it misses a little bit for ball 2, so that'll bring a 2-1 count.
Yeah, I think it's been a couple years since I've seen Hudson play second.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach Grimion before the game. He says that Hudson's last start at second base, he is pretty sure was a freshman in high school, so it would have been, what, 3 years ago?
Yep.
So, after a quick strikeout, Powers falls behind 3-1 right here, delivers the 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Ball bobbled back there by Brooks a little bit, but we still get the strike. So, brings the count full at 3-2.
It's good to see him in the zone early and often.
Absolutely. And pitch. In there for a strike and in there for a base hit, driven in the left field. Snowden corrals it, gets it back into Cook. And Chase Meir picks up a base hit to left field on a 3-2 count. That'll bring up the DH, number 24, Chase Marcotte. I actually had the pleasure of coaching Chase Marcotte on our little travel team when we had the Ascension Rays. He played with us, and great kid, great athlete. Glad to see him succeed in high school. And it's always fun to be able to see your former players, and when they come here, and I get to see them and talk to them, and must have done something right if they come back and talk to you.
And especially the more schools they end up at, you see them all the time.
Absolutely. So Powers comes set. Meir gets his lead at first base. Pitch to the plate. Meir diving back to first base as the pitch was delivered in there for a strike. So not something you see every day right there by a runner. So Dylan Powers showed him his best or not so best move, but it worked, and delivers the pitch to the plate. Just misses for a ball. Bring up a 1-1 count. So Meir obviously working a one-way lead at first base, and for those of you who don't know what that is, that's when you get a big lead, you're trying to draw a pickoff attempt, and your first move is to lean back and work one way back towards first base, especially if nothing's on, no steal or anything like that. So what you're trying to do is see his move. You want your team to see his best move on the mound.
And Powers does have several. Being a lefty, he'll kind of mix it up and
chopper to third base. Jackson comes in, makes the play, but running down the line hard was Marcotte, and that'll go as a base hit on a 2-1 pitch to Marcotte. So back-to-back hits.
Yeah, that was a tough play. He ended up in a perfect spot. Probably best thing for Jackson to keep it in his pocket.
Absolutely.
Make sure you keep the runners in first and second.
He did the absolute perfect thing right there, which was fake the throw to first base and try to get Meir to make a big turn at third base, at second base while Huddy was covering second. So runners on first and second for the Wildcats. Meir on second, Marcotte on first, brings up their starting shortstop, left-handed hitter Josh Miller. Squares the bunt, takes the pitch outside for ball 1. So sacrifice situation right here, and we'll see how Destrehan ends up wanting to play it. Pitch from Powers on the way. Sack bunt, bunted foul down the third base line for the first strike of the at-bat. Southpaw coach down there throws it back to Brooks. So let's see if they put the sack back on here. Oh, steal to third base. Jackson catches the ball, puts it on him, and he steals third right there. So good job of kind of lulling the defense to sleep right there and thinking they were maybe back in the sack situation right there, and a great jump by Meir at second base, and Marcotte follows him down to second. So that's how you know it was a planned steal when they both take off running like that.
Yeah, big time head start right there on the pitcher.
Nice pitch dropped in there, curveball for a strike. So that brings the count even at 2-2 on Josh Miller. Runners advance on the steal to second and third. Powers looking for a big out right here. Pitch, foul down the first base line. Keep the count at 2-2.
We'll see if we can maybe get a change of speeds here, change that eye level, because it really seems to be on what Powers has throwing.
Powers delivers the pitch and doesn't miss by much.
Oh, strike 3.
Oh, well, it was a strike. Umpire didn't, I'm about to say, I didn't think it missed by much, but we didn't get kind of an animated call. It must have been a verbal call because it definitely wasn't a
almost looks like he thought about that one for a second. And
yep, so Powers freezes Miller on a fastball on an outer half for a strike right there. And the first pitch to Derek Lewis, the center fielder, misses for ball 1. So big strikeout right there to bring up the second out of the inning.
yeah, nice block by Brooks right there on the first pitch. Keep that runner from scoring. Just did it again.
Curveball misses down. Brooks blocks him up. Creates a wall back there to keep the runners at bay. 2-0 pitch by Powers. Fastball misses up for ball 3. 3-0 pitch. Misses low for ball 4. So 4-pitch walk will load the bases for the Wildcats and bring up their third baseman, Champ White, number 17.
Third baseman, number 17, Champ White.
Yeah.
So force at every bag right here for Spartan defense. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Powers delivers the pitch to White. In there for a strike. Good job of pounding the strike zone after a 4-pitch walk. That's exactly what Coach Gotro was looking for right there. Get ahead in the count. Most important pitch at the at-bat is the first pitch strike.
Yeah, Powers being left-handed, he's really sweeping that ball across the plate, seems like, here in the first inning.
Absolutely.
Especially that pitch. It looked like the ball was going to be outside. Eventually, it ended up on his hands.
So Brooks calls timeout, goes talk to Powers. So not sure if a pitch was missed right there or if they're just discussing going into multiples with a runner on second base down there. Marcotte, I will tell you, will relay the pitch in. He learned that, honestly, I can tell you, to give his offense an advantage right here. So Powers comes set, 0-1 pitch to White. Curveball in there for strike 2. Nice pitch right there. Back-to-back strikes to White to get ahead in the count, 0-2.
See if Dillon can get out of it. It's right here with no harm done, bases loaded.
So 0-2 pitch. Fouled off down the first base line into the Destrehan dugout. Nice snag over there. Good hands by number 8 over there, which is Brady Carter for Destrehan.
Incredible one-handed catch. No glove.
And it stings, but he ain't going to let nobody know that.
No. That's something you only tell your mom after the game.
That's right. 0-2 pitch again. Base hit between short and third. Marcotte will be sent home, held up at the last minute. Snowden comes up, throws it along. LeBlanc cuts it off, and that base hit will score the first run of the inning. So ground ball through the 5-6 hole puts Destrehan on the board, 1-0.
Yep, good piece of 2-strike hitting right there. Ball kind of riding on toward the inside corner, and he just hit it back that way.
That'll bring up number 11, the right fielder, Dylan Smith. So bases still loaded for the Wildcats. Powers comes set. Swing and a miss on a nice off-speed pitch. Powers has a good changeup. Looks very similar to his fastball, so it's definitely a good change of speed. Curveball grounded to shortstop, comes up, flips it to Browning for Cook to Browning for the third out of the inning. So
1 run on 3 hits.
So you got 1 run, 3 hits, and 3 people left on base. 3 runners left on base for the Wildcats, and we'll go into the bottom of the first inning. Spartans coming up, try to get on the board. You know how to do the commercial? show you how to do the commercials? So you go to the baseball commercials? Yes.
EA Baseball would like to thank Parish Tractor of Gonzales for their support this season. You can reach them on the phone at 647-5881 or online at parishtractor.com, or stop by and see us at 13173 Airline Highway in Gonzales. Stop by and see Scott Skip Creel for all your Kubota and Stihl needs.
All right, here we
All right, so on the mound for the Destrehan Wildcats will be number 8, Brody Carter. And the Spartans will bring up Morrow, Browning, and Lacombe to the plate this inning, and hopefully many more.
Number 8, Brady Carter on the mound for the Fighting Wildcats.
Yeah, good job by the Spartans there in the top half.
Leading off, center fielder number 3, Peyton.
All right, so first up for the Spartans will be number 3, starting center fielder, Peyton Morrow. Carter steps off, didn't get the pitch he liked, steps off, gets the pitch, rocks and fires. Swing and a miss by Peyton. Fastball down a little bit. Immediate timeout by their starting catcher, so must have got crossed up a little bit right there.
Yeah, so it's not just us.
No, it happens at all levels,
Yep.
and it definitely is something that is difficult, especially this time of the evening. It's hard to see the signals and the signs. That's why you'll see a lot of teams go to touches instead of actual signals, which is exactly what they go to. Catcher relays the touches in. 0-1 pitch on the way to Morrow. Squares, bunts it down the third baseline. Third baseman White comes up, throws on the run, and makes a very nice play to throw out the speedy Morrow at first base by about a half a step. So nice bunt, equally nice play. And Coach Grimion clapping his hands down there saying, hey, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. It just didn't work out for you right there.
Yeah, it took a really good play from the third baseman to get him out, and he still almost beat it out, even with a great play there at third.
Yes. And just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you can bunt it right back at the pitcher, and they'll bobble it, and you'll get on. It's just never know. That'll bring up number 17, starting second baseman, Hudson Browning. Takes the fastball in there for a strike.
Hudson hit the ball hard the whole entire first game, just kind of.
So Destrehan will put the shift on, move the second baseman all the way over on the third base side of second base, moves the shortstop over in the hole, and Hudson hits right into the shift. Ground ball to the shortstop for the second out of the inning.
He's had some bad luck today, hitting right at everybody.
Yes, he has, and that's baseball and the law of averages. You hit the ball hard and they don't fall 5 times, and then you hit the ball off the cap and they fall 3 times. So Lacombe, who has found holes, quite a few holes today, comes up, number 32, Carson Lacombe, DH for the Spartans. Takes the pitch down in the zone for ball 1.
Has been the Spartans' hottest bat here in this tournament so far.
Yes, he has been.
He's been able to hit it to both sides of the field.
Yep. Pitch for Carter fouled off for strike 1. One pitch from Carter to Lacombe. Misses for ball 2. So Lacombe steps back in the box, gets the pitch, takes it for a strike on the corner to bring the count even at 2-2.
Yeah, it looked like they're really starting to work that outside corner. Just see how far the umpire's going to give him out there.
Yep, see what he can get. So 2-2 pitch. In on the hands. Hit the center field. Fly ball to center field. Retreats. Camps under it for the third out of the inning. So fly ball to center field will end the inning for the Spartans, and that will be no runs on no hits. Nobody left on base. And after the first inning, Destrehan 1, Spartans 0.
EA Baseball would like to thank Parish Tractor of Gonzales for their support this season. You can reach them on the phone at 647-5881 or online at parishtractor.com, or stop by and see us at 13173 Airline Highway in Gonzales. Stop by and see Scott Skip Creel for all your Kubota and Stihl needs.
All right, we're back.
All right, so back for the top of the second. And we will have the starting pitcher, Brady Carter, coming up for the Wildcats, batting in the 8-hole.
Starting a little bit high, but very important to try to get a couple early outs here before they flip to the top of the order.
I agree. First pitch. Misses away, not by much. Bring up a 2-0 count to Carter. Dylan Powers back out on the mound for the Spartans. Squares around the bunt. Takes the pitch a little bit further out for a strike. So,
Well, I can't explain it.
well, you know, sometimes whenever you square around the bunt like that, you change the strike zone up, and
Yeah.
it allows the umpire to not see that same strike zone. So Powers breaks off one in the zone to even the count at 2-2. Powers rocks, fires, drops it in there, and it's hit down the left field line, and that ball will fall in front of Snowden for a hit. He's going second, and the throw comes in, and Browning puts the tag on him and nails him at second base.
Nice play by Snowden there.
So, kind of a short ball over the third baseman's head. Snowden does a great job of going get it, makes a strong throw into second base. Carter never checked up and was going to second base to try to extend it into a double, and Huddy grabs it and puts the tag on him for the first out of the inning.
Spartans really have good arms out there in the outfield, and Dill's made several outfield assists, and of course Snowden, our starting pitcher from earlier today, has got a really great arm as well.
So that will actually be scored as a base hit and in a 7-4 put out for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the left fielder, Cam Hollis. Count goes to 2-1 to Hollis. Pitch from Powers, curveball, just misses on the inner half. Bring up a 3-1 count.
That ball didn't miss by much.
It sure didn't. He's been around the zone the whole time. Three 3-1 pitch. Misses down for ball 4. So, 1 out walk. Will bring up their starting second baseman and leadoff hitter, Landon Dugas. Struck out his first time up. Hollis gets a healthy lead at first base. Powers checks him back, and he takes off and goes down, and Brooks bobbles it a little bit behind the plate, and that'll be a stolen base right there for Hollis. Pitch misses for ball 1.
Powers isn't missing by much.
No, he's not. He's around the zone. That is for sure. So, pick off attempt to second base. Powers turns and spins, decides not to throw it, which was a good idea. Keeps keeping him honest down there after the big jump last inning with the steal to third base. Cook retreats to his position. Curveball in there for a strike. Even the count up at 1-1.
It's a curveball we hadn't even really seen yet.
Yeah, he's thrown a couple change-ups, a couple off-speed pitches, but that was a really nice curveball right there. Fastball gets away from Brooks and gets to the backstop. Advancing Hollis down to third base with one out. So Powers gets the pitch. Infield is drawn in by Coach Gremio. Delivers the pitch. Will be a 3-1 pitch and be outside, so it'll bring up a 3-1 count. So Coach Grimm pulls the infield in, try to cut off the runner at the plate right here with one out. Good decision early in the game. Pitch from Powers in there for a strike. Fastball on the inner half for a strike. Brings the count to 3-2 to Dugas. 3-2 pitch. Misses low for ball 4. So back-to-back walks for Powers, not something that Coach Gremio is wanting to see or Coach Gotro is wanting to see. And he takes off, goes to second base. Nobody's covering second base. And Dugas takes off and takes second. Huddy looks at Ethan and says, hey, at Blanchard at first base, hey, kind of give us a heads up on that so we know. And so they'll draw the infield back in. So with one out, Wildcats will have runners on second and third. Pitch from Powers is driven by Chase Meir into right field. Ethan Dill goes back, makes the catch, and that will score a run for the Wildcats. So the pass ball comes back to kind of hurt us a little bit on the run right there on a sac fly by Chase Meir on the first pitch of the at-bat for him.
Meir brings up number 24, Chase
Yep.
Markov.
Meir certainly did his job. Put it really deep. Dill had no chance of stopping either runner from scoring or advancing.
That'll bring up number 24, the DH, Chase Marcotte, who had a base hit his first at bat. And he drives one to right field. Dill on his horse turns and makes the catch. So kind of got turned around out there. Ball was tailing away from him, but he does a good job of turning his shoulders and flipping his shoulders and his body and his feet and making the catch out there in right field. Great job by Dill right there.
Destrehan adds 1. It's 2-0.
EA Baseball would like to thank Parish Tractor of Gonzales for their support this season. You can reach them on the phone at 647-5881 or online at parishtractor.com or stop.
So far, Destrehan in the top of the second inning, they get one run on one hit, one left on base, and that'll bring us to the bottom of the second inning and bring up the Spartan cleanup, Ethan Dill.
See if the Spartans can get something started.
Leading off right fielder, number 7, Ethan Dill.
We're able to limit the damage in both the first and the second, giving up only one run each. And let's see if we can get one back right here.
And not often you give up 2 walks and a hit in the inning and only give up 1 run. That ball's hit well to left field. Dill turns on one, and will it stay fair? And he catches it in fair territory right at the Marchand bullpen wall for the first out of the inning. So Dill gets a hold of one, gets under it just a bit, and it goes about 309 feet and needed to go about 310.
Yeah, it's about as close as you can get in this ballpark and not hit it out.
So Dill puts a good swing on that one. That'll go down as F7 in the book for the first out of the inning. Brings up number 11, Ethan Blanchard, to starting first baseman. And first pitch swinging, fly ball to right field. Right fielder gets under it and makes the
he dropped the ball.
And he drops the ball and it hits. I mean, just nonchalantly tried to catch it and it hit off the side of his glove and he drops it for an error. That'll go down as an E9 and Blanchard will take it. And I know Spartan fans will take it too for a base runner.
We'll take anything we can get. You know, more and more people tell me that these new lights here, on a real high fly ball, will really change your vision and not be able to see those fly balls, especially in the outfield.
Yeah, once it gets above the lights, you lose it, and then when it comes back down below the lights, you get it back. But the lights on the bottom of the pole are supposed to be shining up to help with that, but it's difficult. First pitch in there to Cook for a strike. So now up for the Spartans, so you're starting shortstop, number 2, Lucas Cook. Takes a fastball for a strike down the middle. So Blanchard gets his lead at first base. Pitch from Carter is down in the dirt, and the ball gets away. Blanchard will advance to second base on the wild pitch by Carter. So that'll even the count on Cook to 1-1.
Spartans' real first opportunity to try to score a run here this game.
Yep, and that's what you're trying to do is to cut the lead in half right here and give yourself a chance to maybe tie it up. And if you Cook, what you're trying to do is trade places with Blanchard out there. Third pitch to Cook misses high for ball 2. Brings the count to 2-1. So Destrehan, who used to be in our district years ago, or not in our district no more, but still a pretty tough competitor in 5A. Pitch is fouled off by Cook to bring up a 2-2 count.
Destrehan always strong in every sport.
Oh, yeah.
And those, when East Ascension would travel down the river, they would, it was always a battle.
Oh, no doubt about it. You know, we talk about down here, pickoff attempt to second base, and Blanchard is back in safe. We talk about down here having, you know, our rival schools right down the road, and they don't have anything separating them but a river and about maybe 4 houses.
Yeah.
As they're literally right across the river from Hornville High, and they have some pretty good battles down there in the river parishes. 2-2 pitch to Cook. Taken for strike 3, right down the middle on a curveball.
That was a beautiful pitch. Saw Cook's knees buckle there a little bit. And
yeah, that is absolutely. He was definitely not in a two strike approach mode, so he can move the baseball and see what happens right there. But nevertheless, great pitch by Carter. Yeah. Not taking anything away from him there. So Blanchard gets his 2-out lead at second base. Shortstop vacates. And the pitch to Spartan left fielder Camden Snowden with the outfield assist in the top of the inning. Comes up to try to drive in the run, takes ball 1. Pickoff attempt again in the dirt. Shortstop digs it up out the dirt, but is not able to put the tag.
Looks like they had Blanchard leaning just a little bit.
Yeah,
and
definitely had an extended lead, and I know Blanchard's probably not going anywhere. He's not fleet of foot like some of them on the Spartans roster. So Snowden hits the ball up the middle. Second baseman does a good job on a bad hop of taking that ball off his chest and holding on to it and throwing Snowden out at first base. So no runs. 1 man left on base. All right, so Snowden hits a sharp ball at the second baseman, bounces up in his chest, gets thrown out at first base. So Spartans go no runs, no hits, and one left on base in the bottom of the second. And that will bring us to the top of the third, where we'll bring up the cleanup hitter for the Destrehan Wildcats. They're starting shortstop, Josh Miller. First pitch in there for a strike. Miller struck out his first at bat. 0-1 pitch. Falls in there, another breaking off-speed pitch. Swung and missed that to bring the count to 0-2.
Yeah, Powers being a really fast worker here.
Yeah, he likes to work fast. He likes to stay in there, and that's his rhythm is working quickly. 0-2 pitch. Barely misses on the outside. So great 0-2 pitch by Powers right there.
Yeah, I think you'll get that call about half the time.
Yep, so fastball misses away. Let's see if he comes back with the breaking pitch right here. And he does, but misses away for ball 2. So evens the count at 2-2 here on Miller. Two-two pitch. Hit. Shortstop Cook comes up with it, bounces off his glove. He regroups and throws it over to first base for the first out of the inning. So that ball was hit pretty sharply at Cook. Kind of took a little quick hop right there off the turf and got up in his chest area, kind of in the zone where you don't know whether to, in the area where you don't know whether to turn your glove fingers down or fingers up. And Cook does a good job of maintaining control and throwing Miller out at first base for the first out of the inning.
I was glad it had a good bit of top spin on it. And like the quickness that the hop got to him seemed to surprise him a little bit.
Yeah.
Did a good job of the ball was so sharply hit. He was able to gather himself and make a good strong throw and still get out and still get the runner.
So that'll bring up number 99, the center fielder, Derek Lucas, who takes first pitch fastball on the corner for strike 1. So base umpire comes over to the first base coach and tells him, hey, guy, you need to stay around the coach's box right there. Can't have you wandering out the area right there. So he retreats back to his coach's box, and Lucas takes fastball outside for ball 1 to even the count up. Squares to bunt. And pitch misses inside for ball 2. 2-1 count on Lucas. And Powers bounces that curveball in the dirt to bring it up to a 3-1 count. Fastball just misses on the inside for ball 4, so that'll be back-to-back walks for Lucas, for Derek Lucas, who walked his first at-bat as well, and that will bring up starting third baseman for Destrehan, number 17, Champ White.
At the plate, third baseman, number 17, Champ White.
Yeah, Powers didn't miss by much in that at-bat.
Nope, so that'll be the 4th walk for Powers on the night, and like you said, he's not missing by much, but is nevertheless missing, and sack bunt is put down, and Powers will go to second base. Hudson gets him and has to come off the bag to grab the throw right there, and does, and gets his foot down just in time for the second out of the inning. So good decision right there by Powers to get the out at second base, as what had happened on that play was the first baseman was actually leaning back towards first base because he thought Powers was picking. They laid down the ball, which gave him enough time to get the out at second base. So
caught my eye. He was on the bag with his momentum still headed back toward first, and Powers definitely made a good decision and made a good strong throw.
Yep. So nice play right there for the Spartans to get that force out at second base and keep the runner out of scoring position.
And now you have the runner on first with 2 outs.
So that'll go down as a fielder's choice. And looks like White's trying to run right here because he is inching off of first base as Power steps off and fakes the throw to him. So brings up Dylan Smith, starting right fielder, number 11. White gets his lead at first base, and he is inching towards second base. And the pick comes, and it throws to Blanchard. Blanchard attacks the ball, but then drops it, and White will advance to second base. So that'll be an E3 on Blanchard right there. Did everything right except catch the ball. And so that'll bring a runner in scoring position for the Wildcats. 1-0 count to Smith. And Powers evens it up on a swing and miss.
It looks
on
like
a fastball.
he was going to run right there on first move no matter what with the lefty throwing.
Yep.
And, had a really good jump. And I don't know, even if Blanchard catches that cleanly, are we able to make that play in time?
Yeah, it would have been tough. Obviously, it looks like White's got some speed out there. And going on first move. And you teach your runners from an offensive standpoint, 1-2 count here on Smith, as Powers delivers the 1-2 pitch, and it's down, gets away from Brooks, and White will go over to third base on a pass ball. So what you teach your runners to do is that if we're stealing with a lefty on the mound and we're going first move, you're taking off, you're getting inside the throwing lane, and you're not going to get hung up in. You're either going to be safe or out at second base at that point. So Powers gets the pitch. Calls time. Smith calls time, delaying Powers a little bit. 2-2 pitch. Just misses on the outer half right there. And a lot of the Spartan players said, boy, that looks good from here. And they were going towards the dugout, but not yet. Smith blasted bat. Hit the ball to Cook, who flipped it over to Hudson for the third out of the inning. And pitch misses inside for ball 4. So that'll be the 5th walk of the night for the Wildcats, and that'll bring up the pitcher Brady Carter, who got a base hit to third base last time and was thrown out at second base on a good throw by Snowden. So runners at first and third for Destrehan, and Brody Brooks goes out, puts the first-third defensive call on. So everybody's on the same page in case he decides to take off to second base, and we know what we're doing here. Powers comes set. Delivers the pitch. Runner takes off. Batter does a little fake bunt steal right there. That's what that was. And ball bounces away from Brooks back there, and Smith goes down to second base on the stolen base. So 1-0 count to the pitcher Carter. All right. Good job by Powers right there, even in the count. Throws a fastball on the inner half right there to even the count at 1-1. So Champ on third, Champ White on third, and Dylan Smith on second for the Wildcats. Brady Carter pitching and hitting right here. Swings and misses.
Very nice changeup right there by Powers.
On a changeup down in the zone.
After he showed him 2 fastballs.
So 1-2 pitch on the way from Powers is hit it to second base. Hudson Browning picks it up right off the top of the turf for the third out of the inning. Good play right there by Hudson for the third out of the inning. So that'll go as a line drive out to second base to end the inning.
Spartans out yet another jam.
Yep, we are done on that. So So for the Wildcats in the top of the third inning, no runs on no hits, 2 left on base.
Catcher, number 30,
And the Spartans will come up down 2-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. Hitting first for the Spartans in the third inning will be catcher number 30, Brody Brooks.
See if we get a little production out of the bottom of the order.
First pitch taken for a ball. In the pen for the Spartans, Beck Guidry tossing and getting loose down there. Fastball on the outer half for a strike taken by Brooks. Even account at 1-1. On deck for the Spartans, 9-hole hitter Jackson LeBlanc. Brooks takes a pitch that misses away for ball 2 to get in the head in the count, 2-1, 2-1. Carter rocks and fires the 2-1 pitch right down the middle, and Brooks fouls it back off the net to even the count at 2-2. So steady diet of fastballs from Carter here lately. As some of the Lady Spartan players show up after their trip back from Lafayette. So it looks like they just got back. They're still in uniform after an impressive 2-0 day. Pitch up in the zone. Umpire will check, and he did not go. And that will bring the count to 3-2, and that was a great call right there by the first base umpire.
I guess as a hitter, that's 5 fastballs in a row right here to Brooks. And you got to figure out when is the hook coming.
Yeah, it ain't coming 3-2.
No.
And fastball misses on the outer half for ball 4. So Brody Brooks draws the leadoff walk for ball 4, and that will probably bring in a courtesy runner, which will be Kingston Blackburn coming into courtesy run for the catcher, Brody Brooks.
Kingston Blackburn into courtesy run.
Very nice at bat right there by Brooks. Stayed patient, worked the count full, and
At the plate, third baseman, number 12,
made him try to continue to pump that fastball in.
That's correct. And that'll bring up number 12, starting third baseman, Jackson LeBlanc. So let's see what Coach Grimm elects to do right here. Is he going to try to steal a base? Is he going to try to sack the guy over? What are we going to try to do here? Kingston does have some speed. Jackson squares around the bunt, pitches in there, but called a ball. And back pick from the catcher, pins Kingston at first base for the first out of the inning. So not a good decision right there by Kingston to be that far off base. I think he was expecting the pitch to be laid down right there, but the ball was high and out the zone, and Kingston got a little bit too much of a lead. Catcher Chase Meir pops up, throws it to the first baseman, and the first baseman puts a tag on him. And there's a hit. Jackson LeBlanc with a hit down the first base line, down the third base line, I'm sorry. Makes a big turn at first base, and he'll remain there. So nice hit by Jackson LeBlanc right there, and boy, that back pick by the catcher really hurts right there.
It makes that hurt just that much worse. Blackburn being a young player, coming up with his JV game so far, probably doesn't have a catcher with that good an arm that could that he's expecting to be able to make that throw.
Yeah, and he is a freshman, so he's still learning.
Yeah.
So he'll learn though. So Jackson LeBlanc gets on with a base hit. First base hit of the night for the Spartans. Will bring up the starting center fielder and leadoff hitter, Peyton Morrow. 1-0 count. Takes that pitch up in the zone for ball 2. So let's see what Coach Grimion elects to do here. Are we taking a pitch here, or are we giving the green light? Let's see what kind of chaos we're going to try to create right here. Pitch misses away. So take was on right there, and pitch misses away for ball 3. I would imagine that you'll see the take again right here, Preston.
Yeah, I would think so. Throw a little fake bunt and distract a pitcher just a hair.
Pitch right down the middle for a strike 1. So if you're Morrow, you're looking for your pitch only. See if you can't do some damage right here. And ball misses up and in for ball 4. So that'll give move runners to first and second, as Jackson LeBlanc will go down to second base. Peyton Morrow will go to first base and force Destrehan to pitch to Hudson Browning with 1 out in the inning here.
Now batting second baseman, number 17, Hudson Browning.
Yeah, this is a situation you want to see yourself in.
No doubt you in the part of the lineup right here where you can easily tie this game up or take the lead with Hudson Browning and Carson Lacombe on deck. Can't pitch around them both. Jackson gets his lead at second base. Browning hits a deep fly ball to right field. Right fielder is coming over. LeBlanc goes back to second, tags, and gets to third on the sac fly by Hudson to the right fielder. So Browning hits a deep fly ball to right field to advance LeBlanc to third base. Coach from Destrehan will call timeout right here to go talk to his pitcher. So you'll have Morrow on first base and LeBlanc on second base with Carson Lacombe, number 32, to DH coming up, who hit a deep fly ball to center field last time.
Yep, productive out right there by Hudson. Deep fly ball out there to right, getting his runner moved over and giving us a chance for a run here with 2 outs.
I think that call right there and that trip to the mound was, hey, we're going to probably go after this guy, but we're going to make him hit our pitch and also set up the first and third situation right here, as I fully expect Morrow to take off here on the next couple pitches here.
I think Morrow should be a little careful.
Yep. So,
but you got some kind of play on here defensively.
Yep. So ball on the dirt. Morrow does take off, and Gremio has a play on right there where hoping they would draw the throw down to second base, where Morrow goes down, kind of stops halfway and see if he can't draw the throw, stay in the rundown. But ball being in the zone and down in the zone and having to be blocked up by the catcher kind of blew that up.
Yeah.
So Lacombe takes that for ball 1 for the first pitch of the at bat. And Lacombe drives one deep to right field. Right fielder goes back, and that ball one hops the wall, which will tie the ball game up. Jackson LeBlanc scores. Morrow comes around from second and scores. And Carson Lacombe with a 2 RBI double short hops the wall at the 375 sign to tie this game up at 2. Very nice job by Carson Lacombe right there.
Tell you, the hot bat continues
Double by Lacombe,
for Lacombe, and before we know it, his bat will be the one that they'll be putting him on base. A deep drive and gets the Spartans there on top here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, and I'm actually kind of surprised that they threw to him right there with first base open. But I can tell you, Dill's a good hitter too. Led off in the first game, and he's been swinging a hot bat as well. Last weekend, he was one of the top hitters for the Spartans in the Trey Altic Classic up in North Louisiana. Dill falls behind in the count 0-1, takes that pitch for ball 1 to even the count up at 1-1. So Dill flied out to left field on a deep fly ball that was caught right at the wall. Didn't miss a home run by much in the first AB. Lacombe gets his lead at second base. Dill swings, drives it down the third base line, and Lacombe will come around and he will score easily. Dill headed to second base and will slide in with back-to-back doubles for the Spartans. And the Spartans take the lead 3-2 in the bottom of the third inning. Great job of hitting right there.
Yeah, he saw that pitch and he didn't drove it to third. Third baseman made a diving effort. And
hits are contagious. Everybody says it all the time, and that's what you want to see here. You want to see Blanchard come up, have a competitive at-bat, and try to find a hole in right here and scratch another one across.
You have 2 very hard hit balls with 2 outs.
Blanchard takes his pitch and fouls it back off The screen didn't miss that one by much, bringing the count to 0-1. So Carter getting roughed up here in the third inning a little bit by the Spartans. Deal takes his lead at second. Pitch to Blanchard is driven into right field, and right fielder camps under it and makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So Spartans take the lead in the bottom of the third inning, score 3 runs on 3 hits, and leaves 1 on base. And we'll take a 3-2 lead into the top of the fourth inning.
Check out these February price freeze door busters this month only at Marchand's Interior and Hardware in downtown Gonzales. Marchand's is a proud supporter of EA Spartan Baseball.
That's all right. We're still talking. All right, so we're talking about Kingston at first base. You know, Ralph and I talk about it all the time. Is the speed of the game, and you know, Kingston, predominantly a JV player, comes in to run and does play a little bit varsity, and speed of the game at the varsity level is a little bit faster than JV. So Powers comes back out for the top of the fourth inning, just misses on a fastball on the outer half to number 13, 9-hole hitter Cam Hollis, the starting left fielder. 1-0 pitch, swung and a miss on a changeup. Very nice changeup right there to even a count at 1-1. I love Dylan Powers' changeup. When I coached here last year and I had the pleasure of calling him, squares around a bunt, bunts it, Brooks pops out, grabs it, throws to first base for the first out of the inning. Great job by Brooks right there, hopping out.
Yeah, he kind of had to work around the runner.
Yeah, so I don't know what we're talking about here. Got 2 umpires come and talk right there on this. So, I mean, I didn't see any interference or anything.
Nor did I.
So they call it a foul ball. So evidently the ball hit. I don't know, it either hit off of him or something, but even if the ball goes down, hits behind the plate and goes in fair territory, it's still a fair ball. So ball must have been bunted off of him, which directed it back in the field of play. So that'll be called a foul ball, in which will – oh, nice play right there. And pitch is driven hard to the shortstop, Lucas Cook, who makes a diving catch for the first out of the inning. So Spartans dodge a bullet right there and get exactly what they needed, was the quick first out of the inning.
Yeah, it's very important by the Spartans to keep up the momentum, try to get back in the dugout and back on the bats.
So that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Landon Dugas, who dumps one into right field. Ball gets away from Dill out there, which allows him to go to second base. So that'll go down as a base hit and an error on our right fielder, Ethan Dill, to advance him to second base. So first pitch swinging for the hit right there.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad pitch by Powers. Kind of went off. He hit the ball off of his hands. Just happened to find a little bit of open grass and a little bit of misplay and miscommunication by the center and right fielders out there.
So Dugas will get his lead at second base, and I'll bring up the catcher, Chase Meir. First pitch to him is taken for a strike on the inner half.
Destrehan still hasn't figured out that fastball that Powers kind of sweeps all the way across the plate. Kind of looks like it starts in the left-hand batter's box to these right-handed hitters.
Yeah, with his arm angle, it's kind of deceiving. So, pitch number 2 is called a strike on the inner half for strike 2. 0-2 pitch from Powers. Changeup hit out in the center field. Morrow retreats, makes the catch, spins, fires it in to Cook at second base, at shortstop, and to hold a runner to third base. So Dugas goes back and tags up on a deep fly ball to center field, which was absolutely the right call by him to advance to third base. And that will bring up their 3-hole hitter, Chase Marcotte. Base hit and flied out to right field his last at bat. Misses on the outer half right there for ball one. So if you Coach Gautreaux, you want to kind of force Marcotte right here to hit your pitch, and that's exactly what they decide to do, is put Marcotte, who's probably their best hitter, on first base with the intentional base on balls. So Marcotte will go down with the walk, and that'll bring up number 4, their shortstop, Josh Miller, who struck out and grounded out 6-4 to shortstop.
Yeah, not only Marcotte being their hottest hitter, even his out was a deep fly to right. And now with 2 outs, you set up on this left-on-left matchup. Try to get out of this inning.
So 1-0 pitch is popped up down the third base line, and that ball will reach the stands and land on some metal bleachers over there for the first strike at the AB to Miller.
Softball team decided they were finished playing tonight, and they were not going to catch anything else.
Well, at least it didn't catch Tommy Trahan's windshield like it did last game.
This half inning brought to us by Babin's Auto Glass.
1-1 pitch. Squares around to bunt right there. Takes ball 2.
I'm not sure where that one missed.
So 2-out bunt attempt that was pulled back for ball 2. So 2-1 to Josh Miller. Marcotte gets his lead at first base. He'll take off for second base. Sweeping curveball misses up in the zone. Marcotte gets a stolen base to have runners on second and third for the Wildcats. And a 3-1 count to Josh Miller. Pitch on the way. Check swing. Doesn't get the call. And that'll be ball 4. He goes to second base. Appeal down to second base. And, of course, he doesn't make that call. And so that will be a walk, for another walk for Powers. And we'll load the bases for Destrehan. And Coach Gautreaux will call time and go out there and talk to his pitcher. Try to calm him down a little bit and say, hey, big guy, we're 1 pitch away right here, man. Let's get in the zone and let's get this third out of the inning, get us back in the dugout here. So Spartans been playing with fire in every inning in this game so far and have gotten themselves out of it in every inning.
Yeah, we'll see if Powers and the defense have one more. One more out in him here, and let's see if we can put another 0 on the board.
So with the intentional walk, that'll be 7 walks on the night for Powers. And like you said earlier, Preston, pretty impressive that with 7 walks they only have 2 runs.
2 runs.
And, so it's a detriment to Powers being around the plate and him being dialed in and not losing his composure up there.
And really, the defense making some really good plays out there.
Yes, they are. So that'll bring up number 99, starting center fielder Derek Lucas, who takes first pitch for a ball. Lucas, 2 base on balls for the night. Powers misses down again, and actually it's a dead ball. It hits him. Dead ball hits Lucas, and that will tie the game up at 3. So that'll go down as a hit by pitch.
And the bases were loaded, so he,
Yeah.
the scores anyway, but the bases, I guess, will remain loaded.
And Coach Grimm will make the slow trip out of the dugout and will bring in Beck Guidry out of the bullpen. So that'll close the night on Dylan Powers, who will finish tonight with 7 walks, a hit by pitch, and let's see, 5 hits and 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, and he'll be responsible for the runners there on first, second, and third.
We'll go to a quick commercial and we'll come back.
Check out these February price freeze door busters this month only at Marchand's Interior and Hardware in downtown Gonzales. Marchand's is a proud supporter of EA Spartan Baseball.
All right, so we're back here in the top of the 4th inning as Beck Guidry is called into relief for Dylan Powers, and he'll come in a tough situation with the bases loaded with 2 outs facing the 6-hole hitter, Champ White, the starting third baseman for Destrehan. So good thing about it is that we Spartans have a force at every bag right here. Bad thing about it is Champ has some wheels, and it's a tough spot for Beck to be in. So let's see how Beck reacts to it.
Yeah, young pitcher.
First pitch, nice pitch on the outer half, and a swing and a miss by Champ.
You know, this certainly, Beck is everything that Dylan isn't. Right-handed, you know, got some height to him, and you're certainly seeing from a different arm angle, and it's not what the same pitch you've been seeing so far this game.
So the 0-1 curveball misses down and away for ball 1 to White. Evens the count up at 1-1. Pitch in there for a strike, fastball in on the corner, and puts Beck Guidry in a favorable count and a 1-2 count.
So far, you've seen the breaking ball and the fastball so far, and you really should have him guessing here.
Yep, very nice pitch right there by Beck. 1-2 pitch. Curveball drops in there for strike 3, and what a big pitch right there by Beck Guidry. And he is pumped up, as he should be. So struck out looking by Champ White right there to end the inning, and that will give the Destrehan Wildcats 1 run on 1 hit and 3 left on base. So Spartans avoid another possible big inning and go into the bottom of the 4th, tied at 3.
Yep, no happier man right there than Dylan Powers.
No doubt.
EA Baseball would like to thank Parish Tractor of Gonzales for their support this season. You can reach them on the phone at 647-5881 or online at parishtractor.com, or stop by and see us at 13173 Airline Highway in Gonzales. Stop by and see Scott Skip Creel for all your Kubota and Stihl needs.
All right, so Destrehan elects to change pitchers here going into the bottom of the fourth inning, as they will bring in their center fielder, number 99, Derek Lucas, on the mound to face Spartan shortstop and six-hole hitter Lucas Cook. So that'll close the book on Brody Carter for the Wildcats, as he gives up 3 runs on 3 hits and walks 2 for the night, and he also had 1 strikeout.
You know, only in baseball, you know, Powers with 7 walks, and Destrehan only with 2, and pretty much everything in the game's identical. You're here to tie a ball game. I mean, it's anybody's game at this point.
Oh, no question about that. Lucas Cook takes the first pitch, swings and misses on a fastball down in the zone for strike 1.
What do you think when you get a new pitcher like this? Should you be more patient, try to see a couple more pitches, especially somebody you're not familiar with, or do you like the attacking style and going after the strike in the early count?
I mean, as a coach for 29 years, I've always taught my players that what I want them to do is to see a pitch, and what that does is not only allow you to see a pitch, but it allows your other guys in the dugout to see the same thing. Force him to come out of the outfield straight in to the game and force him to throw strikes. Curveball misses up for ball 1. Evens the count at 1-1. Fastball, actually it looked like an off-speed pitch again. Changeup falls in there, swing and miss by Cook for strike 2. So that pitch will bring the count to 1-2 to Cook. Pitch from Lucas on the way. Fastball grounded to the third baseman, Champ White. He picks it up, throws it over to first base. First baseman scoops it up out of the dirt for the first out of the inning.
If nothing else, White has been very, very solid defensively, both in an earlier ball game for Destrehan and tonight. He's proven time and time again, don't hit it to him.
He's got a good glove over there and a nice arm, too. Well, that'll bring up starting left fielder for the Spartans, Camden Snowden, who grounded out to second base his first at bat. Pitch misses down and away.
Yeah, Cam had a little bit of bad luck, kind of hit off the side of the mound. Ball looked like it was going to go up the middle, but kind of bounced right to the second baseman, who was trying to range over to get to it.
Yep.
And was able to throw him out.
Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Yeah, he did hit it sharply.
And it looked like it was going to be an RBI opportunity also. So
I agree. Pitch in there on the corner, wide corner for strike 2. So 1-2 pitch coming from Lucas to Snowden. Tries to go back to that corner and misses a little bit further out to even the count at 2-2. So Camden Snowden batting with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Two-two pitch, fouled right back into the screen. Keep the count at 2-2.
yeah, the Spartans, kind of something we hadn't seen in a couple games. Here at the bottom of the fourth, 3-3 game. A lot of pressure pitches, both on defense and offense.
2-2 pitch on the way. Fly ball hit to the infield. First baseman calls everybody off, camps under it, and collects it for the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up starting catcher for the Spartans, number 30, Brody Brooks. Brooks with a good AB last time up, saw a lot of pitches, and took a 3-2 fastball on the outer half for ball 4 to get to first base.
Yeah, Brooks's walk is where we got started.
Yes, it is.
Scored our 3 last inning.
And he takes first pitch from Lucas outside for ball 1.
Let's see if East Ascension can do anything here with 2 outs.
Pitch in there on the corner, fastball on the corner for strike 1. Evens the count up at 1-1. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss on the outside fastball. Bring the count to 1-2. So, Spartan fans, if you don't already know, Spartan basketball team will travel to Natchitoches Central on Tuesday night at 6:30 to take on the 3 seed in the second round of the playoffs and try to get an upset of Natchitoches Central as Brody Brooks takes a fastball right down the middle for call strike 3. And Spartans go no runs on no hits, nobody left on base in the bottom of the 4th inning. Game still tied at 3.
EA EA Baseball would like to thank Parish Tractor of Gonzales for their support this season. You can reach them on the phone at 647-5881 or online at parishtractor.com or stop by and see us at 13173 Airline Highway in Gonzales. Stop by and see Scott Skip Creel for all your Kubota and Stihl needs.
So, Beck Guidry back on the mound after a big strikeout to end the inning with the bases loaded in the top of the 4th. And in the top of the 5th, Wildcats will lead it off with the right fielder, number 11, Dylan Smith. Takes the strike on the outer half for strike 1. Yeah. So, Smith on the night, 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out to shortstop. Nice curveball right there. Misses down. But that was a nice pitch right there, so brings up a 1-1 count.
Yeah, Beck definitely came in clutch in a really tough spot and got the Spartans out of the inning and keep this score tied.
So swings and misses at the 3rd pitch, bring the count to 1-2. Tell you what, Spartan fans, if you're in the Worthy Road area over here, If you see the smoke, that's the Spartan Grill grilling some burgers over there. Y'all stop by and come get y'all a bite to eat real quick. 1-2 pitch. Foul down the third base line. And Dawson Landry, who's chomping at the bit with an injured knee, hops out the dugout and beats everybody out of it to get some hands on some action out there.
Yeah. You know, if I wouldn't put it past Dawson to have somebody else's jersey on, try to get out there.
No doubt. I know it's killing him to not be out there. So, curveball, swung and miss. Gets away from Brooks. Brooks picks it up, throws it down to first base for the first out of the inning. So, Beck Guidry comes in the game with back-to-back strikeouts on the Destrehan Wildcats.
Guidry's really feeling that curveball tonight. Got really good command of it. It's real deceptive.
It is. It's a big sweeping curveball.
Yep, and it's coming out of that same arm angle as a fastball.
So that'll bring up pitcher. Well, not pitcher. It will bring up number 8, who's now the center fielder, Brady Carter, who squares around for the first pitch to try to drag bunt and drags it foul down the left field, third base line, I'm sorry. So, Beck Guidry working ahead in the count. Gets ahead here 0-1. Guidry comes set, delivers to Carter. Ball laced in the right center gap for a hit. Morrow goes cut it off out there, but Carter will get in for a stand-up double. So nice job of hitting right there by Carter. Picks up his second hit on the night.
Yeah, Beck got a little bit too much of the plate that time.
Yep, so Carter with a double and a single. His first at bat. Line drive to second. His second at bat to Huddy, and that at bat he line drives it to right center field. That will bring up number 13, Cam Hollis. He squares around the bunt. He bunts it, and it's foul.
Yeah, good job by Morrow out there, getting the ball cut off, got it in really quickly. Because I think they were thinking triple there.
Oh, yeah. A lot of speed between Deal and Morrow out in the field and a lot of area to cover out there. So speed is definitely advantageous in the outfield on this field. Guidry steps off. Resets. Steps back on the mound. Carter gets his lead. Cook retreats to his position, squares around, and ball is taken for a ball. Pitch is taken for a ball. Bring up a 1-1 count.
Little cat and mouse game going on between our two coaches here.
1-1 pitch from Guidry is fouled off. So he did try to lay down another sac bunt and fouls it back off. So it'll be a 1-2 count, and I doubt the sacrifice bunt will be on right here. So Destrehan, with their 9-hole hitter up, tries to advance the runner to third base in this at-bat, and not successful with it yet. 1-2 pitch. Curveball. Great job by Brooks.
Brooks working hard back there tonight.
Yes, he is. Evens the count at 2-2. So Hollis officially 0 for 1 on the night. Walked his first at bat and lined out last at bat to Cook at shortstop on a pretty sharp hit ball right there. Guidry throws, misses outside to bring the count full at 3-2.
You don't want to lose this hitter right here. You had him down 1-2.
Runner takes off, goes to third base. Ball's hit right back up the middle, and he will score easily on the steal as he runs. Throw comes in from Morrow, cut off by Blanchard to keep Hollis at first base. So RBI single for Hollis as he drives in Carter. That will flip the order to the back to the top to bring up the second baseman, Landon Dugas.
You hit right back up the box, get the run home. made the coach forget about the 2 failed sacrifice attempts there.
Yep, sure did. So Destrehan regains the lead 4-3 on the base hit by Hollis. Hollis gets his lead, takes off, goes to second base. Brooks pops up, throws it down, and will slide in safe with a stolen base. That's his second stolen base on the night. And pitch missed outside for a ball to the leadoff hitter. So Dugas steps in the box. And pick goes down to second base. Cook snuck in behind the runner at second base. Guidry spun through. Cook couldn't get the tag down on time. He would have been back safe anyway. Ball gets thrown around the infield a little bit, but Brooks does a good job of backing it up right there.
Yeah, Destrehan's still looking to run. They've got speed, almost 1 through 9 there.
So drag bunt attempt right there by the leadoff is fouled off, with even a count at 1-1. Yeah, Destrehan definitely uses some small ball. They run the bases well. They are not afraid to lay down bunts and play the small ball game.
Now, they stolen a couple bases here in our pitching staff.
So 1-1 pitch down in the zone. Curveball misses down in the zone to bring up a 2-1 pitch. That's the one thing you lose with Huddy back there is, teams tend to run more when Huddy's not behind the plate because they don't run a whole lot when Huddy is on the plate. Pickoff attempt goes into center field. He will try to advance to third base. Morrow comes up, throws to LeBlanc, and throw is not in time. So pickoff attempt thrown into center field. Almost hit the runner on the pickoff attempt, and runner advances to third base. It's one of the hardest things to learn is that, even though you're calling a pickoff, that doesn't mean you have to throw it. Sometimes it's better just to step off and reset and instead of advancing the runner right there. But you can't ever pick them off if you don't throw them. So Guidry delivers the 2-1 pitch, evens up the count on a swing and miss by
No, it looks like Spartans will bring the infield in, try to keep this here at a 4-3 lead.
Yep, so Dugas still up with a 2-2 count. Pitch just misses. I don't know where that one missed. That was a nice spot right there. I think maybe the umpire might have got food on that pitch right there, but that'll bring the count full at 3-2.
Yeah, that one couldn't have missed by much.
No. Infield drawn in for the Spartans here. Ground ball to third base. Gets down the line to score the 5th run of the game. Snowden comes up, throws down to second base to hose Landon Dugas at second base. So he tries to take the base hit and extend it into a double. Snowden with his second outfield assist on the night throws a strike to Hudson Brown at second base to get the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that was an excellent throw by Snowden. You think that after the one before, they wouldn't have tried to test that arm again. They did, and Snowden made them pay twice.
Yes, he did. So pitch to Chase Meir, the catcher, misses up in the zone for ball 1. Meir officially 1 for 3 on the night, had a sac fly, a base hit his first at bat, a sac fly his second, and a fly ball to center field his third. Curveball, nice curveball, drops in there for a strike to even the count at 1-1.
Yeah, let's see if the youngster Guidry can reset right here. Base is empty.
So curveball popped up to the infield. Brooks turns his back to the infield, makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So Brooks does a good job right there to toss the helmet away and make the catch for the third out of the inning. So it'll be 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 man left on base as Destrehan takes the lead 5-3 in the top of the fifth. So, Spartans will come into the bottom of the fifth inning. We'll have their 9, 1, and 2 hole hitters up. Jackson LeBlanc will lead us off, starting third baseman. Will lead Spartans off right here. Last at bat had a base hit down the third base line. And he'll be looking to try to do that again.
He started us off last with our 3-run third inning. Like you said, hard ground ball, got on first, and the top of the order certainly did his job as well. And it's time for let's see if LeBlanc can come up big here and get us started once again.
Yeah, so let's see if we can't apply the pressure back on them and try to create a little chaos, get some runners on base, and see if we can't pull this thing to a tie or at least try to take the lead. And ball hit back up the middle, fly ball, not quite deep enough, hit off the end of the bat. Second baseman runs over right behind second base, corrals that one for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, didn't quite get all of that one. Needed to go another 15 feet or so, and it would have dropped in right there.
Yeah, ball hit off towards the end of the bat and kind of capped it a little bit. And LeBlanc known to make contact, though. He makes plenty of contact up there at the plate. So Morrow brings up Peyton Morrow, starting center fielder. He is 0 for 1 on the night. Grounded out to third on a drag bunt attempt to lead off the game, and then walked his last AB. 1-0 count to Morrow. Takes that pitch on the corner for strike 2. I'm sorry, for strike 1. Evens the count up at 1-1. So Lucas comes set. Throws the pitch to Morrow. Morrow swings and misses, bringing the count to 1-2. So I haven't seen Lucas throw anything but fastballs since he's entered the game. See if we get something here. Leadoff hitter. Nope, those fastball misses down and away. Evens the count up at 2-2.
That's got to be what you're thinking up there as a hitter. It's just waiting on fastball. He's had so many opportunities to throw something different, and even right there, 2-2, you got even another fastball for a full count.
Yeah, so good take right there by Morrow. Brings the count to 3-2. Lucas delivers the pitch, and swing and a miss for a strikeout for the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up starting second baseman, Hudson Browning.
Second baseman, number 17, Hudson Browning.
And you know Hudson's seen all these pitches coming in.
No doubt. I can tell you, you're not going to throw 4 or 5 fastballs to him and not get hurt. And there's a fastball that's thrown to him, and it's pulled onto the top.
He was not surprised. Yeah,
batting cages over there. He was definitely not surprised. He was looking for that pitch.
And I assume here he just get another one.
Catcher sets up on the outer half. Fastball misses down the middle, but up in the zone for ball one, even in the count at 1-1.
And I wouldn't expect Hudson to miss many more of those right there.
No, and there was an off-speed pitch as he gives him a kind of a tight slider right there. Curveball that Browning swings over the top of right there to bring the count to 1-2. So shift on for Destrehan again, and ball fouled down the third base line to keep the count at 1-2, 1-2. So shortstop is over in the 5-6 hole, playing as almost a third base. You got a 3A and a 3B over there.
Yeah.
Second baseman is to the left of the pitcher, playing more up the middle, where the shortstop will be playing up the middle. Pitch to Browning, up in the zone, swing and a miss for the third out of the inning. So Spartans, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Score remains 5-3. All right, Spartan fans, so Beck Guidry comes back out for his third inning of work. And he'll start off with the three-hole hitter for Destrehan, Chase Marcotte. Marcotte with a base hit his first at-bat, fly ball to right field, and an intentional walk his last at-bat. First pitch from Guidry is popped up. Brooks comes back, and it lands in the lady's chair, who got up smartly and lets it hit in her chair instead of on her head.
Yeah, I think she didn't stand up right there.
Yeah, we'd be calling Gonzales PD out, fire department out here.
Gonzales Fire Department would have had to get involved there.
So first pitch fouled just out of play by Marcotte, right over the back net. 0-1 pitch drops in there. Curveball. Umpire says he misses high, though. Evens the count at 1-1. Guidry comes set, delivers the 1-1 pitch in on the hands, and Marcotte forces it out in the left field for a hit and muscles it out there. Big, strong kid, and was able to get enough on it to hit it out in the left field for his second hit of the night.
Just showed just how strong he was. It was a good pitch by Guidry. And he just pushed the ball out there in front of the left fielder, Snowden.
Yeah, so that'll bring up Josh Miller, starting shortstop, number 4 for Destrehan. So pinch runner comes in for Marcotte at first base. Gets his lead at first base, sack bunt, laid down. Guidry gathers it up, tosses it over to Blanchard for the first out of the inning. So great job of getting the out. They're going to give you an out. You take the out, and great job of taking advantage of that.
Yep, good job hopping off the mound right there, Guidry.
At the plate, number 99, Derek Lucas.
Taking what they give you. We've been so good all night getting ourselves out of jams, and to get that first out, I feel like was much more important there.
So Destrehan sack bunts the runner down to second base, the pinch runner down to second base, and that'll bring up number 99, the pitcher right now, Derek Lucas, and runner on, pinch runner steals third, throw down to third is not in time, overslid the bag a little bit. LeBlanc held the tag on him, which is absolutely what you're supposed to do, and umpire says he got back just in time to be safe at first base. So first pitch to Derek Lucas was ball one. Guidry, curveball, hits it to third base, and LeBlanc makes the play. Infield was drawn in. Infield came down just before the pitch, and Lucas grounds it to LeBlanc at third base, who picks it up, looks the runner back, throws a strike over to first base to keep the runner at third base at bay. That'll bring up third baseman Champ White.
LeBlanc with a textbook play right there. Ended up in a perfect spot with the infield coming in a little bit late.
So Champ White comes in, offers at the first pitch, and hits it in the 5-6 hole for a base hit for his second hit of the night. And that will give Destrehan another run to bring the score to 6-3. So both hits by Champ White, their third baseman, right between shortstop and third baseman. And it will bring up a pinch hitter. Hitting for Dylan Smith will be number 26, Bryson Gabler.
You would think nice side leads over here at first. You would think they try to get this run here in score position.
No doubt about it. I mean, ball's down in the dirt. Brooks blocks it off. Karam's off to the first base side, and White will go to first down to second base. No, he was stealing on the next pitch, I can tell you. He's got some wheels, so that'll go down as a wild pitch, and he'll advance on a wild pitch to second base. Gabler takes the first pitch for a ball. Beck steps off, resets.
Yeah, nice job. He took a big hop toward third. He looks ready to run.
Pitch down in the zone. Brooks blocks it up back there for ball two.
Spartans looking for that third out here.
Pitch in there on the corner for the first strike of the at-bat to Bryson Gabler. Brings the count to 2-1. White looking to do something. Hudson calls the pick, and Guidry turns, spins. Hudson tries to put the tag on him, but White gets back in time, shaking up a little bit as he dove back on the bag pretty hard right there.
Either got jammed up by the bag or, Hudson had to jump to grab that pick off, and might have landed on him there a bit.
So 2-1 pitch, fouled off down the right side, brings the count to 2-2. So Spartans looking to try to get in the dugout right here without any more damage. 2-2 pitch with 2 outs from Guidry. Down in the dirt, White will take third, reads down angle very well, takes third base on that. Ball down in the dirt. Bring up a full count to Gabler.
Yeah, Brooks bucked that ball up well, but with the speed on the base pass, there was no way to throw the runner out.
Ground ball to first base. Blanchard gathers it, steps on first base himself for the third out of the inning. So Destrehan picks up another run as they just continue to just scratch one run at a time and double up the score on the Spartans. Take a 6-3 lead into the bottom of the sixth.
EA Baseball would like to thank Parish Tractor of Gonzales for their support this season. You can reach them on the phone at 647-5881 or online at parishtractor.com, or stop by and see us at 13173 Airline Highway in Gonzales. Stop by and see Scott Skip Creel for all your Kubota and Stihl needs.
So Destrehan in the top of the sixth inning gets one run on 2 hits, 1 left on base, and Spartans will bring up their 3-hole hitter, Carson Lacombe, to lead off the bottom of the sixth inning. Lacombe swings through the first pitch, brings the count to 0-1.
Yeah, he took a big cut at that one.
Yeah, he was trying to do some damage on that one. Fastball misses up and away to even the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch from Lucas, misses down and in for ball 2. So if you're the Spartans right here, what you're trying to do is just get some base runners here. You need to string together at least 3 guys. 2 guys need to get on base to even bring the tying run up to the plate.
Yeah, you see they're pitching Lacombe very carefully, but he's also being very patient here.
And gets the fastball, hits it out in the left field. High fly ball to left field, and the left fielder makes the play. Does a couple little carousels out there, but does make the play out there for the first out of the inning. So that'll go as a fly ball to left field, F7 officially for the first out of the sixth inning. Bring up your cleanup hitter for the Spartans, number 7 right fielder, Ethan Dill. Dill with a fly out deep to left field, his first at bat, and a double in his last at bat.
Yeah, Beaven continues to hit the ball hard. Certainly been one of the Spartans' hottest hitters over the weekend.
So takes the second pitch down in the zone, which will bring the count to 2-0. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss by Dill. Bring the count 2-1. 2-1. I always say 2-1. I don't know why, but it's 2-1.
Yeah.
Pitch in there on the outer half for strike 2. Will even the count at 2-2.
I don't know if Dill agreed with that one. That was at the top of the zone there.
So ground ball to third base. White comes over, kills it in foul ground. Coach Gremio gets out the way in the third base coaching box over there. So we'll redo the 2-2 pitch here. Lucas out for his third inning of work as well here in the sixth inning. And ground ball to third base. White comes over and kills it again down the third base line. So Dill battling up there, giving himself more and more opportunities up there to see more pitches. Fouling off some pretty good pitches right there to hopefully get a mistake. 2-2 pitch misses down and away for ball 3. So bring up full count to Ethan Dill right here. Dill with a great at-bat right here.
Doing a really good job protecting the plate. Looking for his pitch to put one in play.
Ground ball up the middle. Shortstop comes over, gloves it, throws it on the run to first base to throw out Dill by a step at first base. So nice play. Very nice play by the shortstop. Number 4, Josh Miller, for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, he had the range a bit to his left. Found his hop and made a good strong throw.
Bring up number 11, first baseman Ethan Blanchard. Flew out to right field. In both at bats, the first one was dropped by the right fielder and the second one was caught. So officially 0 for 2 on the night. Ball's popped up and out of play right behind the backstop and lands in the grandstands. We'll bring up 0-2 count to Blanchard. So steady diet of fastballs from Derek Lewis right here. Blanchard blisters one back up the middle for a base hit to center field to give the Spartans a 2-out runner. Will bring up shortstop number 2, Lucas Cook.
Yeah, went to the well one too many times there with Blanchard, and he certainly made him pay, hitting right back to him.
Yeah, very nice job of hitting right there, hitting it right back up the box. So Cook steps in 0 for 2 on the night. Strikeout looking his first at bat and a ground out to third base in his last at bat. Blanchard gets his lead at first base. Cook swings on an off-speed pitch, fouls it into the Spartan dugout down there. Jackson LeBlanc with the nice hands down there on the foul ball. Oh, 1 to Cook is flipped over to first base to keep Blanchard honest over there.
Blanchard normally not a threat to run.
No, can get going once he gets them long legs moving and in motion.
And it wouldn't be smart for the Spartans to be running here. You know, down 3 runs late in the ball game, 2 outs.
Yeah, it would be a difficult out to deal with, getting thrown out on a steal. So pitch misses up, 1-1 pitch to Cook is delivered and misses high and away for ball 2.
Cook being very patient here.
Yes, he is. Pitch in on the corner. Nice pitch right there on the outer half to even up the count at 2-2.
Got to imagine here comes another fastball.
And Cook strikes out looking for the second time tonight on a fastball right on the outer half. Same pitch as he took the last pitch, and goes down looking to end the Spartan 6th inning. So no runs on 1 hit, 1 left on base, and the Spartans go into the 7th. Destrehan leading 6-3.
back here in the top of the 7th.
Destrehan will have their 8, 9, and leadoff hitters coming up. Start off with a starting pitcher for Destrehan will be number 8, Brady Carter, who is now playing center field. He is 2 for 3 on the night, but has hit 3 hard balls tonight. And hits another one down the third base line, diving past, and he will go to second base, and Snowden has no choice but to get it and get it back into second base. So Carter stays hot on the night, drills that ball down the third base line past a diving LeBlanc over there at third base. Pick up his 3rd hit of the night, back-to-back doubles for Brady Carter.
Yeah, I think Carter, real fast runner. He got that ball deep in the left field corner. I think he was thinking about 3, but then saw who was there in left field and thought better against it.
Yeah, I want to test that arm again. So, sacrifice attempt. Fouled off for strike 1 to the left fielder, Cam Hollis, number 13.
Yeah, definite situation with your 9-hole hitter where you want to move that runner up and flip that slide up over.
Oh, pick the second base, and runner was off the second base. So inside move right there. Inside move right there gets the guy committed to third base. Beck does a good job of stepping off, throwing the ball to third base right there to get him in the rundown. And the throw back to third base, not in time, and Carter dives in safe at third base on a bang-bang play. So Carter will be at third base for the Wildcats in the top of the 7th here with nobody out. Coach Grimm brings the infield back in, which is something you absolutely have to do right here.
You want to try to keep this lead at 3 at all costs.
So Hollis is 1 for 2 on the night with a walk. Pitch from Guidry in there on the corner brings the count to 1-2. Ball misses away, evens the count at 2-2. Two pitch. Curveball. Just misses up in the zone to bring it to a 3-2 count. Fastball, swing and a miss. Great job by Beck right there. Get right back in the zone to pick up the K for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up number 3, Destrehan's starting second baseman, Landon Dugas.
Very good combination of pitches. Slowed him down, had the curveball miss a little bit high, and then come right back with a fastball that he couldn't catch up to.
Yep, so Dugas with 2 base hits on the night was thrown out by Snowden and swings at the first pitch and hits it deep to center field, and they will score easy on the sacrifice fly. So that'll go down as a sacrifice fly for the 7th run of the game for Destrehan.
Yeah, no shot right there for Morrow. It was hit right at him. He only took 1 or 2 steps. And
yeah, it's a long throw in on that right there. That'll bring up the catcher, Chase Meir, who is 1 for 3 on the night. No, we have a pinch hitter right here.
Pinch hitter.
He actually came in to run for Meir. Looks like number 0, DJ Adams, is batting here. Swings and misses on that pitch, even a count at 1-1.
That first pitch certainly didn't miss by much.
1-1 pitch. Fouled off. Fouled off out of play. Bring the count to 1-2.
Got Mr. Tommy Trahan on the other side of us, real nervous. We're worried about having to pay a second deductible here for 2 different baseballs hitting the hood.
So 1-2 pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. Gets away from Brooks. Brooks steps inside the line, outside the line, and so does Blanchard. Creates a throwing lane and gets the 3rd out of the inning on a strikeout. So, no, 1 run, 1 hit. No guys left on base, and after 6 1/2, we'll go into the bottom of the 7th.
Last chance for the Spartans right here.
Last chance right here, 7-3, Destrehan.
Check out these February price freeze door busters this month only at Marchand's Interior and Hardware in downtown Gonzales. Marchand's is a proud supporter of EA Spartan Baseball.
All right, so Destrehan makes a pitching change. Brings in their, I guess, closer, number 16, Jaden Sloan. And moving behind the plate is Chase Marcotte coming in to catch the bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah, nice job in relief right there. We had the Spartans offense shut down here since the 3rd.
So Spartans will bring up their 7, 8, 9 hole hitters, Snowden, Brooks, and LeBlanc.
Leading off left fielder, number 9, Camden Snowden.
So first at bat right here will be the starting left fielder, number 9, Camden Snowden for the Spartans here in the bottom of the 7th. And he gets hit in the helmet right there. Coach Grimm will come down and check him out. That is never a good thing.
No, I was able to, last pitch knocked his helmet off. And
so athletic trainer coming out the dugout to check Snowden out. So Snowden walks off under his own power, and coming in to run for Camden Snowden will be number 6, Logan Russo.
yeah, good to see him get off on his own power right there, because that ball kind of hit right in the middle of his head. And I guess the reason why you wear a helmet, I guess.
Yeah, and that'll bring up a pinch hitter. So Kason Bassey, number 25, will come in to hit for Brody Brooks. So Russo gets his lead at first base. Bassey takes the pitch outside for ball 1.
Didn't miss by much.
No, it did not. So 1-0 pitch. Taken for a ball. So brings up a 2-0 count. Destrehan coach will come out the dugout, go talk to his pitcher.
Settle him down a little bit. First 3 pitches right there out of the zone.
Yeah, and this is just a trip right here to say, hey, look, we got a 3-run lead. We need 3 outs before they get 3 runs.
Yeah.
Just throw it over the plate and make them earn it. Just throw strikes, and if we're going to give up some runs right here, they're going to earn them. We're not going to give them to them.
And certainly their coach knows this is the bottom of the order, and this is kind of.
Yep, so Russo gets his lead at first base. Bassi, with the obvious take sign on, takes ball 3, which I'm 1,000% positive that we will be taking this 3-0 pitch, as we'll probably take till we get a strike here with the deficit. And 4-pitch walk after a hit by pitch, 4-pitch walk to Bassi, and that will bring up the tying run to the plate in Jackson LeBlanc, number 12, the third baseman.
Oh, looks like we got a 4-run deficit.
7-3. So Tommy Trahan finally gets something right for us over here and corrects us for once. That's all right. We'll get the tying run to the plate here in just a minute. So pitch number 1 to Jackson LeBlanc misses for ball 1.
And once again, that score update brought to us by Babin's Auto Glass.
Yeah. Brent Babin, I know of one customer that will definitely be coming in on Monday morning. Pitch in there for a strike to even a count at 1-1. I'm already knowing what you're going to say. Line drive right back at the pitcher. Line drive right back at the pitcher. Great catch right there. Flips it over to second base for the second out, and then flips it over to first baseman for a 1-6-3 triple play to end the game for the Spartans. So Spartans couldn't have had worse luck right there. As that ball was blistered right back to the pitcher. Both runners try to freeze on a line drive, and both of them slipped and was able to initiate the triple play right there for Destrehan. So Spartans fall to 4-8 on the season, worked through difficult situations in every inning tonight, and did a great job of minimizing to keep themselves in the game and give themselves a chance to give themselves a chance here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And that's just kind of how the Spartan season is going right here so far this season.
But, you know, if we the good news for East Ascension is we limited that big inning. You know, although the 1s and 2s, like you said, put us in a position we had runners on first and second, nobody out, and just a heck of a play by the pitcher to make that catch and get us and get them out of that inning. Bad luck for the Spartans, but if you keep on playing that way, it's you're going to win. You're going to have some winning baseball games coming up.
No doubt about it. And, very good competitive game. Not something that you'll be disappointed in if you're Coach Grimion. What you'll tell your pitchers is that, look, we got to limit walks. We got to throw more strikes, and we're right here in this game. We had an opportunity to try to win that game. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. The Spartans will be back in action Tuesday night as they will travel to St. Francisville for a matchup with the West Feliciana Saints at 6:30. We will be back on EA TV for more live action next Friday night at 6:30 as the Spartans will take on the Newman Greenies here at home. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast this evening. For Preston Landry, I am Scott Skip Krill wishing you a great rest of your day, and as always, go Spartans.